Hey y'all. So, I figured today we talk a little bit more about some movie news. And because I saw a video that I'd like to watch, and because it's about The Mummy 4. And I'm excited for this. The original cast is coming back, and I want to see the continuation of their storyline. They tried to do The Mummy, with Tom Cruise and without Brendan Fraser, and we see how that turned out. To me, The Mummy is good on its own, and it goes to saying, or goes back to the saying of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay? Universal at the time, they were trying to expand their dark universe and have monsters and everything like that. Okay, cool. But bring in the established characters first, and then you could proceed forward with. I mean, you could have started with Dracula. You could have started with Frankenstein. Don't try to start it with the Mummy, and especially with the Mummy and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde tied into it. Come on. I mean, you could have done the story just Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but don't mess up the Mummy. All right, so let's check this out, and this is from Westworld. This is The Mummy 4 Big Reveal.
This one should make a lot of longtime fans completely lose it. I kind of expected this to happen. We got some pretty big news to talk about. Two names from the original 1999 movie are officially locked in, plus a brand new addition in a role that no one could really figure out just yet. Like I said, I called this in my last video. The casting news was going to start pouring out like crazy, and here we are. Filming starts in a matter of weeks in London and Morocco, so this news is going to just keep coming through, and there's also one name that's still missing that I think everyone's waiting on. So we're going to talk about all that and more. Check the chapters for easy viewing, and let's dive in. So this news is coming from Deadline, and it recently broke, and we have three names. First, we have Kevin J. O'Connor is returning. The legendary Oded Fehr is returning, and we have Numan Acar, who is a brand new role in this movie. So if you guys need a refresher, Kevin J. O'Connor obviously played the legendary Benny. You're on the wrong side of the river.
How did he survive? How did Benny survive? That's he is a little weasel. So what did he did he have a little trinket on his necklace that had a scarab on it? Or is he going to come out as the original Blue Beetle? That would be funny. I love that though. I love the original cast coming back. That's great. I love it.
1999 movie. He was Rick's former French Foreign Legion comrade who ends up being a full con man and serves Imhotep once the guy, is back on his feet. Like, Benny is a weasel, and honestly he's one of the funniest characters in the entire franchise.
Yep.
And then we have Oded Fehr is back as Ardith Bey, the leader of the Medjay, the secret order of warriors sworn to keep Imhotep buried and to keep Egypt safe from all of that calamity. He was in both.
And again, he is part of some of the best action sequences, or the best action sequences of the first and second one. With with the way he was, doing his battle scenes, it was awesome. It was perfect. Him and Brendan Fraser together. That was I'd like to see an adventure movie, just them two going off on an adventure. I think that'd be really, really fun to see.
1999 movie and The Mummy Returns, and then he was completely absent from the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which was one of the 15 or 16 reasons that movie didn't work. But then we have,
yes, I agree with that. I loved the first and second Mummy. The third Mummy, I really can't remember much about it. It was still entertaining. It was it's still a popcorn movie. You sit down on the couch, you turn off all, disbelief because you're watching the movie and you just enjoy the movie. Still good like that, but not very memorable. I remember Jet Li was in it. That's about it.
And Akar or Acker, I'm not really sure the pronunciation, but he is the new face, the Turkish-German actor who you've probably seen in like Homeland. You've seen him in Spider-Man Far From Home. He is currently on Young Sherlock. And of course, no one knows who this guy is playing. So the full cast right now is Brendan Fraser as...
He's going to play a bad guy. Just saying. He might. And I think he's going to play somebody pretty significant, if not a bad guy. He's going to be right there. He's either going to be right there with the team and for the team, or he's going to be completely against them. And I can see him being a good bad guy. Or, I mean, maybe he's playing another mummy. Maybe he's playing another sorcerer. I mean, he already has, a little bit of cutting of the, mustache and beard. He could look like Jafar. But yeah, again, cast is great. Can't wait to see how what the storyline is.
O'Connell, Rachel Weisz as Evelyn, John Hannah as Jonathan, Michael Johnston, who is still in the talks, but we can kind of expect he's probably going to play Alex O'Connell. But now we have Oded Fair, Jack O'Connor,
and I think that's a good casting as well. They're taking forever to come out with this movie, but I think they're doing it at the right time, and I think it's good that they're doing it on their time, to where they're not just trying to rush a product out. Because I feel like whenever movie studios, when they try to rush a product out, they fall and crumble, like the DC did, and like Marvel has. You overwork your people making the movies, where they're still going to go out there and they're going to make millions of dollars for these movies because you have such a loyal fan base, but still, take your time, make a good movie. Because to me, a good movie isn't about your first time viewing a movie, and I think a lot of people might agree with me on this. A good movie is about the rewatch factor. Like, I can put on The Mummy or The Mummy Returns right now and enjoy it just like it's my first time watching it. And the thing that makes it even more enjoyable about like the first Mummy is I've seen it multiple times and I know what's coming up, and I still get excited for the scenes that are coming up. So that's why you don't rush things. You want a movie to have your good rewatchability, just like a good video game has good, replayability, where, I'm now old and I'm playing music. I'm still playing music from, my childhood and my parents' childhood, but when I meant like video games, I'm still playing video games from when I was a kid. I'll still plug in the Nintendo and play Mario. It's got good replayability. It isn't one of these movies that you just watch once and bam, I'm over with. It's a good movie. You enjoy it. You sit back, eat your popcorn, you got your Twizzlers, and you just enjoy. Just have fun with it.
and Akar. Okay, so now let's talk about the Benny problem. As you guys know, Benny died on screen. It was in the first movie. He was trapped inside with buildings collapsing on him. Then the scarabs were swarming in. His torch was going out, and then you kind of just hear him scream, and that's the end of Benny. At least that's what we assume. Now, this is the detail that a lot of people are pointing out.
Did he dig out? Did Benny dig out? But I can't see him digging faster than the Scarabs would be able to get to him. That's why I thought he was dead.
Never actually shows you the body. It cuts.
He's gonna come back as the Yellow Beetle. Or he comes back as undead, as a mummy.
You hear it, but you don't see it, which in a franchise built entirely on the idea that death is a temporary inconvenience, it's not permanent, well, that basically opens the door with a welcome mat in front of it. But honestly, that's kind of the fun of this series. This is a world where the high priest gets mummified alive, comes back 3,000 years later, gets killed, and then comes back again in the sequel. Bringing Benny back is not even the weirdest resurrections of this franchise has ever done. If anything, it's very much on brand.
No,
now, the other
wouldn't be.
possibility floating around is that O'Connor is not playing Benny at all, even though I don't think that's the case. Let's be real, he's probably going to be Benny, but he could be playing a completely different character or some like creature
he's gotta
role.
be playing
Deadline
Benny.
didn't actually specify, but let's be real for a second, you don't bring Kevin J. O'Connor back into the Mummy movie to play somebody who is not Benny. That's not how legacy sequels work. The whole point of casting him is to, you know, kind of give the audience a reaction when he walks on screen. Okay, so Ardeth Bay is the one that I'm most excited about. I want to be honest here, Oded Fair coming back is the best piece of this news. Honestly, like, I saw this and I was like, okay, it makes sense. I want him back. Ardeth Bay, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated characters in the entire franchise. He's the guy that takes the movie seriously. Rick is over there cracking jokes, Jonathan stealing things, and then Evie is like knocking down bookshelves. And then you have Ardeth Bay that rides in on a horseback with tattoos on his face and tells everyone they have unleashed something that could end the world. He's the one that grounds everything. He makes it serious. He also serves a very specific function in this movie that it's really going to need. The Magi are the delivery system for the mythology. They're the ones who, you know, convinces the audiences what's going down, like the rules, the stakes, and what has been buried out there. And if the team at Radio Silence is building a new threat, and I probably think they are, even though I think Arnold Vosloo will likely be the villain, which we'll talk about that in a minute, Ardeth Bay being there is the natural way to explain what it is without stopping the movie dead for, you know, an exposition scene. Now on a
And like he was explaining, yeah, I think he's going to be the one to have more knowledge of everything going on than anybody else. I think if they take this into what I think they might be, because the way I'm thinking is, if everybody's coming back, then they're going to go back to the same spot as the first one. They're going to go back to the original temple, and that's where your new character comes in, your new big baddie, which is going to be maybe he's another sorcerer, or maybe he's a sorcerer of the Emperor, or he's another high priestess, or not high priestess, a high priest, or he's got to be something in that level to where he comes back. And I think he's going to be the one coming back, and then here you go. He's, you know, you're gonna have a lot of explanations out of I can't think. I'm just forgetting names.
fan level, Rick and Ardeth had some of the best like dynamics in the entire Mummy Returns. Two guys from completely different worlds who fully trust each other by the end, and I think getting that back 18 years later is a big deal. Like, just imagine the reunion of the two. Like, that sounds awesome, and honestly I can't wait to see it on screen. Okay, so who is Numan Akar going to be playing? Or again, apologies for pronunciation, I don't know if I'm saying it right, dog, but this is the one that I keep coming back and forth on. Right now he is in a undisclosed role. We don't know the exact thing. It's the same thing for Michael Johnston. He, you know, is in
I feel so stupid right now. Because I don't remember the Aladdin movie at all, and I said he looks like Jafar, and yeah, he was. he was. There you go. He was. Yeah, I don't remember the live action at all. I know it had Will Smith, and I watched half of it.
undisclosed role that he is, I believe, in talks about. But let's be real, that's probably Alexander O'Connell. But I do think Newman is a very interesting signing because of the kind of actor he is. He has a real presence. He tends to, you know, get cast in roles with authority. He's not like a comedic performer. Like, look at Homeland. Look at the stuff he's done before. I recommend looking up clips of him. So my take on things is one of two things. Either he's playing a, you know, a Magi, possibly connected to Ardith's order, which would make sense because Ardith is back, as well as, you know, the fact that they're in the Morocco shoot and the desert setting, or he's playing the villain, or at least the human face of the villain. Now, the second option is the one worth sitting with because it kind of feeds directly into the question that everyone is asking. And that question is Arnold Vosloo actually going to return, and is he going to be the villain, or could he be somebody on our side? He's not confirmed, and I just want to say clearly up front because there's a lot of stuff online presenting this as a done deal, but it's not. Here's what we do have. Back in June, John Hannah was at the Monte Carlo Television Festival, and Variety picked up his comments about the new movie, which his quote was, "You've heard all the rumors and it's true, everyone's back." He then went on to say that there would be surprises in the movie, and that in the same breath he specifically brought up Arnold Vosloo, calling him a friend he is still close with, and Kevin J. O'Connor, who he called a fantastic actor. Now look at what just happened. Kevin J. O'Connor, the guy that John Hannah name checked, well, he just signed. That is one half of the pair that he mentioned confirmed, so the other side just suddenly makes it a lot more credible. You also have Brendan Fraser previously saying that the band is getting back together. So for those of you that don't remember or don't know, Imhotep last showed up at the end of The Mummy Returns, where he lets himself sink into the Egyptian underworld after Anck-su-namun refuses to pull him out. Which that right there is not death, that's just kind of a location. He is somewhere, and he's likely somewhere that's, you know, retrievable. Okay, so here's why I think they're hiding things. I do think the silence is intentional. Think about it from Universal's side.
Okay. I was thinking about this for a second. If trying to remember, because on Anck-su-namun, I'm trying to remember, did she survive? I can't remember. But I think if anything, it's going to be he might come back in order to help. I think he's going to come back and help if he does. If he does, because the next the next bad guy is going to be of greater evil, and I think that's going to be the case.
Their casting announcement so far has been a legacy return that makes people like look at it and just get really happy. They've been releasing them one at a time at this point, and it's kept this movie in the news cycle for months, which that's really smart marketing, and it's clearly working. But the thing about Imhotep is he's not like a nice legacy return. Imhotep is the reveal. He's the title character. He's the image on the poster. If you announce Arnold Vosloo through a trade report in August 2026, you kind of burned the single biggest moment you have for, let's say, a trailer. Like, you kind of just save that one back, you hold it, you don't let a random news cycle like Deadline report on the news, you just hold it for a teaser. Now there is a version of this where they go even further and never officially confirm him at all before the release. You let the set photos leak, you let the rumors run rampant, deny nothing, confirm nothing, which is exactly how a few of the biggest legacy sequel cameos of the last decade got handled. And it works because the audience does the marketing for you. Me, hi, I'm doing the marketing for them. So in my honest opinion, the absence of Vosloo's announcement is not evidence that he's not going to be back. If anything, with O'Connor now locked in and John Hannah already back saying that everyone's back, as well as Brendan Fraser saying the band is back together, essentially, the silence is honestly the loudest thing here. So here's what I expect for the next few weeks. Cameras start to roll this month, so this place is not going to be slowing down anytime soon. We're going to see more supporting cast announced, almost certainly. An official title is very likely before principal photography even wraps up in December. Set photos of Morocco Miyako are basically guaranteed. And that right there is where the villain situation will likely get spoiled whether Universal likes it or not. Even though I hope it doesn't. So yeah, the hype is certainly real. I will be keeping you guys up to date as things happen. Now here's my take on things. Like, they're not really building a soft reboot with 2 legacy actors sprinkled on top. They're rebuilding the exact ensemble from 1999 and 2001, all piece by piece. They're doing it in the right order. Rick and Evie first,
Yep.
Jonathan next, then Ardith, then Benny. That's not nostalgia bait. That's them reassembling a specific cast because of the chemistry. It's the entire reason that the first movies worked, and it's the reason that this one will work as well.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are down.
Yeah, so my thoughts are I think they're going to do great with this. I think it's going to end up being one of those where, you know, where if you want to watch it in a better order, you watch 1, 2, 4. Like I said, because I can barely remember number 3. I know Jet Li was in it. I know he played the mummy in that one. But I think what they're going to do is Imhotep is somehow going to come back, and he's going to help Rick and everybody else, because the next big bad is going to be so bad that he can take people out and take them out of the underworld, if like a second death maybe. And I think that might end up happening. But are y'all excited for this movie? I mean, the release date, nothing's been announced. But let me know what y'all think, and what are your best memories of watching The Mummy? Y'all let me know in the comments below, and y'all have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever time y'all are watching this. Y'all take care.